Hey y'all, what's up? I'm back, first of all. I've seen some movies recently. Some good, some meh. But overall they're pretty good and I enjoyed a lot of them. What does the script say now? What am I supposed to read? Oh, yeah. So, to get things started off, I am no movie critic. I don't know anything about cinematography. I just learned that word existed like the other night. Anything about editing, anything about movies, and this is all based off of my personal judgment, so just disregard everything I talked about because I know jack about movies. To be honest, a big reason why I'm doing this is just to force myself to upload another video. It's gotten to a point where right now it's 10:30 at night, and I'm trying to get this out by the end of the night, so hopefully this gets out in an hour. If this comes out in November, then I made it. If it comes out in December, then, well, I didn't make it. So, yeah, I guess let's get started. Oh, and hey, one more thing before we start. All these movies, even the ones that I didn't particularly like as much, are all really good in their own respect. So, if you haven't seen every single one of these movies, I highly recommend to skip that part they're in so that you don't get spoiled for anything, because a lot of the content I talk about is spoiler heavy. So, now, let's go. Now, the first movie up is Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Now, just before I say anything, I just have to let it known that I'm a big Indiana Jones film. Let me grab it. I have every single one of their movies on DVD, except for here it is, except for oh, never mind, I do have it. Oh wait, never mind, that's just bonus material. Except for the movie they made, the ones with aliens. I know I'm not really proving my point here that I'm a big fan. I'm just blinking on the spot, but to get the point across, really like Indiana Jones, and it's maybe kind of controversial, but I actually really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was pretty sweet. I think everybody did a really great job, all the supporting characters. I love Mads Mikkelsen. He's awesome, and I think he really nailed his role. However, of course, I do have a few problems with this movie. And, of course, this may just be a personal preference. However, I feel like there weren't enough action scenes of just Indy just kicking butt. Like, every single one of the movies, there's him in a big fist fight, like from Crusaders, the fight with the German engineer. And in The Last Crusade, of course, he's just doing a ton of stunts and, like I say, kicking butt. And of course, I know that he's super old, so he can't really do these stunts. And like I said, everybody else in the fight scenes did really good. The tuk-tuk chase was pretty cool, and the boat, like, dynamite scene was really cool. But I kind of missed that part of the movie. And that's one of my favorite parts of every single Indiana Jones movie. It's just, like I said, Indy kicking butt. So I'm kind of sad they missed that. I also feel like they kind of missed out on Mads Mikkelsen. Like, I don't, he just wasn't evil enough, which was kind of sad. But for what he was in, he was pretty sweet. But of course, like I said, I think this movie is pretty good. It's not amazing. It's not as good as the originals. Like, and everybody should have known that walking in. I think everybody just too high in the expectations. But it is a solid action adventure movie that I highly recommend to watch. Even if you're not an Indiana Jones fan, it's still a pretty solid action movie. And of course, big spoiler here, but just watching a German bomber just go do and take out Romans trying to storm a beach is just, like, incredible. I didn't know I had to see that until I saw it. The next movie up is 1917. And it is set in World War I. And in my opinion, World War I is a super underrated genre in all mediums, books, games, movies, TV shows. We have gotten more in the last couple of years. 1917, All Quiet on the Western Front, still got to see that. And of course, the game Battlefield 1 has been amazing. So it is nice how we're seeing a little bit more, but I would still like to see more. But this movie I'm so happy to say, absolutely freaking nails it. It's so great. Just the cinematography, the whole thing about the movie being shot in one continuous shot is just so awesome, and it just adds another layer of just feeling like you're actually there. And it just, of course, looks freaking awesome. All the scenes are just so striking. Like the town burning scene, like, man, and like him running away from the German soldiers, it just all looked so freaking good. I also really like how it kind of highlights the brutality of war. They didn't really hold anything back with the dead bodies, especially at the start when they're like crawling through the no man's land, and like one of the guys like accidentally puts his hand in a dead guy's body, and there's bodies everywhere, and there's horses. So that was really sweet in the dead tank. Now that was awesome. Another thing that was really interesting to me about the movie, at least, was all the advertising showed the two main characters. It was I think it was Lieutenant Schofield and Lieutenant Blake, and all the advertisements showed one of them, or at least two of them, walking around doing their job, trying to get the message to the Friendly Alliance. However, I was really surprised, and it was a decently good plot twist, but it was pretty sad in the movie when I think it was Lieutenant Blake died pretty early on. Like, I'd say in the first third or even fourth of the movie, he died. So it was an interesting plot twist when he couldn't make it all the way to the end with his comrade, Lieutenant Schofield. However, I still think it all made up to a really cool movie. So overall, I love this movie. If you're a World War I or World War II fan, heck, even just like a war film fan, overall, I really recommend it. It's a really great movie. The next movie up is Bullet Train, and just to be completely clear, I freaking love this movie. I think it's awesome, and it's funny, and it's got a lot of cool shots, and I honestly can't talk about this movie enough because I like it so much. Honestly, I can make its own video about it because I enjoy it that much, but I'm lazy, and I want to get this video out, and it's probably already running too long than I've already wanted to because I got a bad habit of that, so let's just start talking. So first off, the cinematography of the movie is really cool. Whole neon lights, I feel like has a lot of cool shots, and I don't know, I just feel like I really like how, like, I know this sounds dumb and basic, but I like how the camera, I just like the camera work. Like when two characters are talking, it's very like swaps back and forth very often. In my opinion, it really adds to the dialogue. There's a lot of great camera switches, close-up zooms, whatever you want to call it. I think it's pretty good. Also, the reason why I'm looking over here is because it's hard to read the script, and my glasses keep getting fogged up. These things, so I gotta look in the corner of my eye. Oh, and also, dude, all the characters were great, dude. Brad Pitt nailed it, in my opinion. He did great in all of his scenes. I love Tangerine and Lemon, dude. They were such an awesome dynamic. And what was his name again? I gotta read it. Oh, and Kimura and his dad they did a great job, and they were also a really great duo. And I just enjoyed all the characters and all the cast and all the villains who were honestly just all super cool. And in my opinion, this movie is just, I don't know, it's just super goofy as well. Like, just the dialogue and, like, Lady somehow keep accidentally killing people when he made a vow not to kill people, and he doesn't even care about the job anymore. He just wants out. However, he keeps somehow getting just more tangled into this mess, which is also really funny. And it's also pretty funny, and this is honestly one of my favorite scenes in the entire film, is how when the final battle, like the most climactic scene, like, big bad villain meets the hero, it cuts immediately to like the story of a water bottle. How like this one Fiji bottle, how it like somehow went up and down the bullet train, and how it got used in every scenario, and really cool camera work again, and then how it came back into the final fight for a character like, I don't know, throw it at some dude. I love it, dude. Like I said, I love this movie so much. I can go on it for a lot more, but I'm lazy and I should probably stop. So, moving on. And finally, we have Barbenheimer. So I was actually lucky enough to see both movies in the same night. Watched Oppenheimer at like, I don't know, 5 or 6 o'clock or something like that. And then I drove with my buddy to like 20 minutes away to another theater. And then I watched Barbie. And both the movies were fantastic. Start with Oppenheimer was a really interesting documentary, of course, about the life of Oppenheimer and how he created the atomic bomb. And I don't know, it was really solid. I'm kind of a nerd, so I enjoy like documentary films like that and whatnot. I mean, all the acting was done really well. All the shots were really cool as well. And I won't lie, I did get a little sleepy about two out of the third of the way through the movie, and I got a little tired, but got back into it, and I didn't really understand it the whole time, but I think that was just me, I don't know, just not thinking straight. Definitely my favorite shot of the movie, though, was just the one scene where they detonated the bomb. Now, of course, when you're watching it for the first time, you expect it to just go... You expect it just to blast you in the face immediately and hit you. However, the thing is that does happen. However, there's no audio. The only thing you see first is just flames. And it looks really cool. They did it really well. And I don't know what... And they just, like, show different variations of the bomb just rising up. And then about 30 seconds later, it just... That part finally hit you, and it was just a super impactful moment because it must have just been crazy to see that for the first time. And then after that movie, like I said, which is really good, I went and saw Barbie, and this movie is just dumb fun. I really enjoyed it. Ryan Gosling, just killed it. He was so great. All those scenes about like Ken and the patriarchy, oh my lord, is my favorite. I just love that movie so much. And so, yeah, that's about it. Hopefully I wasn't dumb and let this run on for way too long. But that's about it for the movie part. I'm just going to spend hopefully only a minute or two talking about the channel moving forward. So yeah, I'm just going to throw in some random gameplay I've collected in the background. So if you somehow made it this far, thank you very much for watching. It was nice of you to join me. And yeah, now I'll talk about channel stuff. So yeah, like I said, it's been a while. I don't know, 6 months, something like that. I think, no, oh god, 8. Oh, no, it's November, December. So something like that, doesn't matter. But the point of what I'm trying to say is I'm sorry to my 25 or something faithful, loyal viewers. If you're watching this, thank you again for coming back. And I'm sorry it's taking this long. Honestly, it's a combination of procrastination, video games being way too much fun, editing and video making being hard, and just mostly just me being super busy. I actually had another video in the work about early in the summer, or actually not even, about a month or two after I published the first video, like 8 months ago. But I don't know, man. It didn't work out. I overdid myself. So here's the Alkibo promise moving forward. I promise you bad editing. I don't know, just inconsistent uploads. I know this is gonna sound crazy. Hopefully I'm gonna upload at least before Christmas. Like I said, I'm trying something else where I'm not over pushing myself. I'm trying not to overstress myself with the channel because I want to have fun with this. I don't want this to become another chore like everything else, or a lot of other stuff in my life. So hopefully I'll be able to keep this up. I know, like, new style, new, like, hopefully white background if I can figure that out. And yeah, thanks for getting this far, and thanks for listening to me rambling. Hope you have a very good day. God bless, and yeah, see you later.